Toronto's the fourth largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the six.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. One by Memphis. It's Grizzlies ball. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry with it. Down two. And the basket good at the rim.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Toronto with the basketball to Van Vliet. Tosses. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To the rim. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
It's early. Get it.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Van Vliet. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Hey, lock up.
Trying to cash in. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
To Van Vliet. And the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
The assist from number 23. Defensive foul to number 3.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Knocks down the first.
For the Toronto Raptors, number 41.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Nowitzki to Lowry. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Can't connect from in close. That's no good. Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. Straight on look. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lowry into the front court. This score 12-8. To Van Vliet. They work it down to Gasol. Shot clock winding down. The shot no good by Gasol.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Marc Gasol sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Nowitzki's shot won't fall. Works it. For three. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Nowitzki. That's playing with fire. Dirk Nowitzki knocks down the wide-open Jag.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Deep left corner. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 24, Norman Powell.
To Nowitzki. And that's rebounded by Memphis. Looking to take this all the way. Gets it at the top of the key. Beyond the arc for three. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Ah, the monster stuff. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gasol. Short jumper won't go down. The Raptors able to clear the board. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Powell. Oh, he's knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Powell. No good.
See, I don't like that shot right there. pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Number 31.
To Allen. Knocked loose. Count the basket inside.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. To Powell. Grayson Allen lays it in.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Screen coming. Baseline drive. Offensive board to Booker. That pass taken away by Toronto. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Goes to the left side. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Take stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. From long range, he was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Whoops, that won't go. Grayson Allen. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Lays it up and in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Grayson Allen. The rebounds pulled down by the Grizzlies. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Some changes. Toronto with the basketball. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Green, get over, get over.
Curling inside. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Can't connect. To Evans. Dirk Nowitzki sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Grayson Allen to Ibaka. Surveys the floor. Dirk Nowitzki. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Goes to the right side. From the painted area, won't go down. Has a look. Won't go. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. We played one with the visiting Grizzlies out on top. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Saturday matinee edition of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Van Vliet.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Probing the defense. Short jumper misses.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
To Howard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. To Nowitzki. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Dwight Howard with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. To VanVleet. Serge Ibaka. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
And throws it down. Like a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back. Your team take a tough 2, then a wide-open 3.
Lowry the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. The screen sets him up for two.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Memphis with the rock. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down a bundle. Got a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Serge Ibaka with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry to Van Vliet. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. Pascal Siakam to Van Vliet. Can't miss those. That pass taken away by Toronto. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Howard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Dwight Howard trying to cash in on the three-point play. 56% for his career. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred Van Vliet to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's 2 for 2 now.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Howard. Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Catch up, baby. I got him. Here we go.
Fred Van Vliet. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Curling inside. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. Toronto with the basketball. Had a chance, but it's no good. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block. Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Around the perimeter. Here comes the screen. Marc Gasol swats it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's good, and one.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Pascal Siakam at the line for a chance at a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Grizzlies own the basketball. Probing the defense. Baseline drive. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Knocked loose. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Pascal Siakam pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nice finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Trying to cash in. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And the finish. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Van Vliet. Pascal Siakam. Fred Van Vliet to Powell.
I got you. I'll take yours. I'll take yours.
Has a chance. Shot by Anunoby, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Right. Come through.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, counted.
It's like practice.
For Toronto, number 9, Serge Ibaka.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. And that's going to get out of bounds. So possession remains with Toronto. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time.
Knocked loose. Fred Van Vliet, it's a turnover as they head the other way. That's going to be out of bounds. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Rejected.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Lowry. Download Gasol. Marc Gasol. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Working it outside. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. They'll let one fly from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Grizzlies dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Raptors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Bench points.
The Toronto Raptors are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game. Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry to Van Vliet. Lowry. Shot from the lane won't go. Sizing up the defense. Baseline drive. Pascal Siakam tips it. That'll get out off the Raptors. And strokes it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
He's denied.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Turns and slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
And the denial.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Fred Van Vliet with the interception.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Lowry. And takes it away. 4-3. Tough shot. He hits.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. Oh, blocked away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rebound taken by Toronto. Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. To Van Vliet. Count the bucket for two.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, That's what they practice every single day.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
It's the Raptors with the basketball.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Lowry, and he knocks it down.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Knocked loose. Got a piece of it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. Unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
It's Grizzlies ball.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Run the offense. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line, because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Can't connect from inside. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw.
Number 9, Serge Ibaka.
Able to convert on both free throws. To the outside. Fires the three, buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And stuffs it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Kicks it outside. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
you've got to get that one to go. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the three. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And count the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Grayson Allen to Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki. 3 for 6 now.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Memphis, they've got it. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Can't get past the defender. Gets it in the right corner. For 3, he engulfed him that time. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. To Booker. Beyond the arc for 3. Not done yet. From long range, they have to keep him in their grasp.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. But they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. The drive right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Terrific vision. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. That pass taken away by Toronto. OG Anunoby guarded by Devin Booker. Blocked away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here comes the screen. The shot clock for Memphis. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Driving right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
OG Anunoby trying to cash in on the three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Can convert the free throw. Lets it fly from long range. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
They're shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Knocked loose. Booker throws it up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight sealed and then delivered like that. That's how great plays are made.
Toronto with the basketball. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. A lot of contact, shots no good, and no foul. 3 quarters down, and a nice advantage for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the 4th quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the 4th quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
And that one is out. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Lowry to Ibaka. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Serge Ibaka at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Three seconds is the call. Lowry to Powell. They go down low to Dirk. Dirk Nowitzki, 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Memphis with the run. Evans. Nothing going here on that drive. The screen sets him up for two.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Evans. Serge Ibaka rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
There's the toss. That's going to be out of bounds. Fred VanVleet to Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Howard to Evans. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And counted at the rim.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Evans. That's out. Last touch by Tyreke Evans. Time to shuffle things up. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To Howard. Shot from the lane won't go. To Ibaka. He's looking for that touch.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Evans. A lot of contact. No whistle. 4-3. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, got it.
Number 23.
Hits all 3 free throws. Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. Pass to the rim. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Here comes the screen. surveys the floor. The drive, right to the basket. In a flash, scores at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. It's good.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Fred VanVleet. Five to shoot for Toronto. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not easy.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Doesn't get the bounce. Probing the defense. Fred VanVleet. To Ibaka. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Serge Ibaka has such a good jump shot for somebody 6'10", but every time I hear his name, I just can't help but think about what would have been in OKC.
Second effort, and a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Evans. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
From the painted area, won't go down. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Evans. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Cruises inside for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got ball.
To VanVleet. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Evans. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Man, he's just out here swerving and serving.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Looking for his man. Lowry into the front court. His guy's down big. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Kyle Lowry has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Kyle Lowry with the rock. Dwight Howard, huge block. 4th this contest. It's Pascal Siakam with the 2.
This is basketball 101. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
That pass taken away by Toronto. Easy pass to the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Gasol, down low. It's a big finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kelly Olynyk trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw's good as they continue. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. No good. Defense catching a break there. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Howard. Rises for the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Fred VanVleet, they work it down to Gasol. He throws it down.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
And a nice finish at the rim.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steal. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.